I am 94 years old. I have buried my husband. I have buried my friends. I have buried the dreams I had when I was 20, and I've buried the version of myself that used to care what the neighbours thought. I am sitting at the edge of forever now. I can feel it. The end. And before I go, I need to turn around and tell you something. Because you, the women still living your lives back there, you are making the same mistake I made. You think you have time. You are walking around with this beautiful, dangerous lie in your heart that says, later, I'll do it later, when the kids are grown, when he retires, when the house is paid off, when things settle down. Let me tell you something with absolute clarity. There is no later. There is only now. And if you keep trading your now for a someday that never comes, you will wake up at 94, like me, full of regrets you can't undo. Let me tell you about Margaret. It was 1965. Margaret was my best friend. She was beautiful, talented, and so full of life. She could paint like an angel. She had this dream of opening a little art studio by the ocean. But then she got married, had 3 kids, and every time I asked her about her painting, she would smile and say, "Oh, Dorothy, not now. Maybe when the children are older, maybe when David's business stabilizes, maybe when we have more money saved." Margaret waited. She waited through her 30s, through her 40s, through her 50s, and then one morning she woke up with a headache that wouldn't go away, brain aneurysm. She was 58 years old. I went to her house after the funeral. Her paintbrushes were still in the closet, dried up and useless. Her canvases were blank. Her dream died before she did, and the cruelest part, her husband remarried 2 years later. Her kids built their own lives. The world kept spinning like she was never there. That's when I understood. You cannot live your life for other people and expect them to live theirs for you. Now let me talk about marriage, because nobody tells you the truth about marriage until it's too late. I was married for 67 years. I loved my husband, but here's what I wish someone had told me when I was 25 years old, walking down that aisle in my white dress. Marriage is not supposed to erase you. I gave up my nursing career because he didn't want his wife working. I stopped seeing my friends because he thought they were too loud. I moved to a city I hated because of his job, and every single time I told myself, that's what good wives do, they sacrifice. But sacrifice and self-erasure are not the same thing. I look at you now and I see it. You're exhausted. You're managing everyone's calendar except your own. You're cooking meals nobody thanks you for. You're keeping the house perfect for people who don't notice. And you tell yourself it will all be worth it. That someday they'll appreciate you. That someday you'll get your turn. Sweetheart, let me save you 70 years. That day doesn't come. Because the people you're sacrificing for, they didn't ask you to disappear. You chose it. And now you resent them for a choice you made. Let's talk about stuff. I spent 40 years of my life obsessed with having the perfect home, the perfect furniture, the perfect china. I worked myself to exhaustion to afford things I thought would make me happy. I live in one small room now. I have a bed. I have a chair. I have a photograph of my daughter when she was 3 years old. All that perfect stuff, my children sold it at an estate sale for pennies. Strangers are eating off my good china right now. The couch I saved for 2 years to buy, it's in a landfill. None of it mattered. None of it stayed. And I wasted so much of my precious life worrying about things that turned into garbage. So why are you doing the same thing? Why are you working yourself sick to buy a bigger house, to have the Instagram perfect kitchen, to keep up with women who are just as exhausted and empty as you are. Stop. Just stop. Now let me tell you what does matter. It's 2 a.m. and I can't sleep. And you know what plays in my mind? Not the promotions my husband got, not the perfect dinner parties I hosted, not the awards my kids won. I replay the morning my daughter climbed into bed with me when she was 5 and whispered, "Mama, you smell like sunshine." I replay the time I sat on the porch with my sister, laughing until we cried about something that wasn't even funny. I replay the afternoon I finally told my husband, "I'm not happy," and he held me and said, "Then let's change it." Those moments, the small, beautiful, real moments, that's the only wealth there is. So here's what I need you to do. Here's my advice from the finish line. Number 1, stop performing your life. You are so afraid of being judged. You're hiding your messy house. You're faking your perfect marriage. You're pretending your kids are fine when they're struggling. Listen to me. Nobody is watching you as closely as you think. Everyone is too busy worrying about their own performance. And the women who are judging you, they're miserable. Happy people don't waste time tearing others down. Stop letting fear of judgment keep you in a cage. Your life is too short to be a performance. Number 2, practice the last time. This changed everything for me when I finally learned it at 80 years old. I wish I'd known it at 30. Every time you do something, remind yourself, one day this will be the last time. One day you will hug your mother for the last time. One day you will hear your child laugh for the last time. One day you will watch the sunset for the last time. You don't know when that day is. If you remembered this, you wouldn't rush through moments. You wouldn't be on your phone during dinner. You wouldn't snap at the people you love over small things. You would be present. You would soak it in. You would hold on a little longer. Number 3, choose yourself sometimes. I know you've been taught that good women sacrifice, that good mothers put everyone first, that good wives make their husbands happy. But here's the truth they don't tell you. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Take the art class. Go on the trip with your friends. Say no when you're exhausted. Ask for help. Rest without guilt. This is not selfish. This is survival. Because if you disappear into everyone else's needs, there will be nothing left of you. And then what? Then you're 94, sitting in a chair, wondering who you were supposed to be. I'm tired now. My hands shake. My eyes are weak. But you still have time. You have your health. You have your strength. You have your dreams still alive inside you. Even if you've buried them under laundry and obligations, please don't do what I did. Don't wait for permission to live. Don't trade your life for everyone else's comfort. Margaret never got to paint her ocean. Don't let your dreams die with dried up brushes in a closet. The clock is ticking. Can you hear it? That's the sound of your one beautiful life slipping away. Don't let it slip away empty. Live now. Love now. Choose yourself now. Before it's too late.